Everybody, it's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about how to get away with financial treason. That's my notes. Nobody panic. I have no fucking script from the hedgies. Here's the thing. How to get away with financial treason. And if you think about it and look on the thumbnail, you'll see Viola Davis. All right, love me some Viola Davis. She is in a series called How to Get Away with Murder. Now stick with me, follow the bouncing ball, okay? Because what I done was I put into Ann, that's my AI research and writing specialist in ChatGPT, and told Ann that I wanted to write the next book in my series sort of like How to Get Away with Murder, where they do a present day and then it flashes back and then it builds up to the story and eventually shows you why this happened and who done it. Okay, awesome series. Well, I wanted my book to be like that, so right there I was connected to How to Get Away with Murder. All right, then I got to thinking, how do you get away with financial treason? All right, you use dark pools, you use FTDs, you use spoofing, you use reverse stock splits. These are the ways that you commit financial treason. And I said, well, wait a minute. This isn't a list of how to get away with it. This is a list of how to commit it. Understand? Now, we've got a list of how they do it. All right? But how do they plan on getting away with it is the question. So I went over to Ann and I asked Ann, can she give me like 5 or 8 examples of how to get away with all the lists that we just got through talking about, dark pools, naked short selling, payment for order flow, and all that shit. And she cranked out suggestions on how I could get away with financial treason. All right? And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But now, we're back to the ebook. And chapter 1, at the very beginning, it always begins with February 18th, 2021, Washington, D.C. That was the congressional hearing, all right? And what I'm doing here is I'm using the congressional hearing as the present. And they're discussing the different aspects of market manipulation that happens, such as payment for order flow, naked short selling, and so forth. And I'm pulling quotes from that, creating the story behind the quote, and then I begin to go back in time and I show, for example, when they were questioning Vlad about Robinhood taking the buy button. She says that in the first part of the present, why did you take the buy button? And then we drift back to January 28th when they took the buy button and we start seeing all the different reactions of the people. And the shadow figure's fucked up because he's like, you just can't take the buy button. His motivation was the squeeze. If you're following in the ebook series, then you know what I'm talking about. But he's pissed off because this was supposed to be the squeeze. And somebody stopped it. And that's when he realizes it was Kenny. And then he gets an email about Project Popcorn. Now, where I wanted to go in the book after this was the phone call with Vlad. All right. Now she wants to know, why'd you take the buy button? All right. Wall Street always wins. In this instance, many retail investors appear motivated by a desire to beat Wall Street at its own game. All right. And then it talks a little bit more about the meeting. Then it drifts back again and it talks about all the people and what their reactions were. All right. And then now, in the stillness of the night, a phone rang, shattering the silence of Robinhood's CEO's home. It was a call that would alter the course of the financial world. The voice on the other end was stern, demanding a staggering $3 billion margin call. Vlad, half asleep, struggling to comprehend the gravity of the situation. This was not just any demand. It was an order of magnitude beyond what Robinhood had ever faced, and it could ruin him. Now, get that call. Think about it. Vlad, and that's where I was stuck in my ebook. I'm like, wait a minute. Vlad's not supposed to get this call. All right? Vlad don't get margin called. Why? Because he uses what? Payment for order flow. He gets the orders, he batches them up, and he sends them to Citadel, Virtue, or whoever else is on his list. The best price for that order flow is who he sells it to. All right? The only way that would have gotten that phone call saying, say, motherfucker, you owe us $3 billion, is if one of the market makers or all of the market makers denied the order flow, people. Think about the process now. Robinhood sells the shares, all right, then turns the order flow over to Citadel or Virtue or another payment for order flow market maker, and they pay him for that order flow, and it's their responsibility to execute that order. Vlad fills the order, the market maker executes the order, okay? So, what happened on the 28th? I believe that the volume had gotten so out of control on the meme stocks, GME and AMC and so forth, that when Vlad and the rest of the other brokers sent in their payment for order flows, the market maker said, fuck that hot potato, I don't want that shit. No. And then Vlad got the call. Say, Citadel's not going to get the order flow. Virtue's not getting the order flow. Whoever yada yada yada's not going to get the order flow. Motherfucker, we need you to come up with $3 billion. Then the NSCC made him a offer that he couldn't refuse because he didn't have the fucking money. And they said, here's the deal. Stop selling the shit, take the buy button, go to position sell only, and we'll drop the margin call to 1.5. They could have handled that. So, Vlad did it. So, from all of that meditation and thinking and getting stuck in my ebook, I came up with the conclusion. And the NSCC called the market makers and said, hey, y'all got to come up with some money. They said, man, fuck that. We're not taking that order flow. And that's what really happened. So, subscribe down below. Hit the like button. Share the video. Pinned in the comments is the link to the webpage where the ebook's at. Go get it. Love y'all. Be blessed. And I will see you in the next video.